This is our mock-up board for practice lab number 3 for cutting two different types of common rafters. The board is set up so that you have the same run for both rafters, the same ridge thickness for both rafters, and a 2x4 wall plate for both rafters. In this demonstration, I'll be showing you how to cut the 612 pitch rafter. Since our run is 18.5 inches, we'll have to calculate the theoretical and overall length for our rafter. The tail, or the overhang for this particular lab, is 3 inches in both cases. I'll let you do your calculations yourself, and if you like, I can check your answers before we proceed with cutting. This rafter will have a 2-inch height above plate. The height above plate simply refers to the vertical dimension that the top of the rafter sits above the top of the 2x4 wall plate. The top of the rafter will be cut to the face of the 2x ridge board, so we need to subtract for half the thickness of the ridge board. The tail will overhang 3 inches. And now let's move on to how we cut our rafter. Here are the power tools that we'll use to cut out our common rafter. We'll use a skill saw or worm drive saw, as well as a jigsaw for cleaning up the inside corners of the bird's mouth. Okay, so here's the top of our rafter. We have our plumb cut for our center line of our ridge. We've offset for the half the thickness of the ridge. In this case it's 3/4 since our ridge is a 2x ridge. So we're going to be cutting this line here. We've calculated and made our mark at our theoretical length as well as our overall length. Plumb cut down and plumb cut down. We've measured our 2-inch height above plate and marked our seat cut. So we're going to cut that out. We're going to cut our tail off. And we're going to cut our head of our rafter. Okay, so we're going to cut the second line here, which represents the face of our ridge and the very top of our rafter, common rafter. I'm going to set my saw so that my shoe is as flat as I can get it on my rafter. Okay, and again I'm going to hold my guard up so it doesn't bind. This will be my tail cut. I'm now going to cut the bird's mouth, so we'll cut the seat cut first. I do want to be careful not to overcut my line, so I'll stop my circular saw at the other opposite line. And now I can cut the plumb line portion of my bird's mouth. So my plumb cut, and I stopped where my seat cut ended also. I'm just going to finish the cut with a jigsaw. And there's my seat cut, my bird's mouth. Okay, so we'll slide it up to our 2x4 wall plate. So our reference line there, that is how we know if we've cut it correctly. Here's our finished cut common rafter. Our plumb cut, as you can see, flushes up nicely to the face of our ridge board. If you've cut your common rafters correctly, they should match up with the green painted test fit rafters.